What's up, guys? Brett here. We're back playing some more Total War Warhammer 2. This time I thought I'd do something a little different today. We're in a live multiplayer game. The map is going to be Moonlight Ridge. It's a free-for-all. I'm playing as the Skaven, kind of in honor of the new DLC coming up. And I wanted to take a look at some units that I feel like are going to honestly disappear from the meta once we get things like the Warplock Jezzails and the the Flayers, the Doom Flayers. So I feel like a lot of strategies are just going to go the way of the dodo, and you're not going to see a ton of like well-balanced Skaven builds, and you're going to see a lot of heavily focused ones. So here, this map, I wanted to use the Warp Lightning Cannon, mostly because I feel like no one will ever use this again. They'll either use the Regiment of Renown, or they will stick to just using the Warplock Jezzails for their ranged options. And I thought it'd be cool. I don't normally show you guys kind of my my strategies, my hot groups, things like that. And I thought it'd be nice to break it down for once today. Of course, they're going to kind of put me on the clock here. I wanted to talk for a minute. That's okay. Make sure we take off, how do they call it? Skirmish mode. Let's take off skirmish mode. Let's get our big rats. Kind of a defensive posture here. I'm not too worried about the line of sight for our catapult. Make sure we get that in guard mode. But our Warp Lightning Cannon might be a little difficult. I'm going to stick it over here for now. And a Warplock Engineer is one of my favorite units on the Skaven roster. So this is pretty messy, but I think it's fine. Let's make sure we check our back. Let's actually do that with our ranged capabilities. We're going to take our slaves and advance them forward. We got a nice little ridge here. And I'm looking at the mini-map. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not like paying attention to stuff. I'm looking at the mini-map. I think one of the possible problems is that our opponent's playing, especially the Beastmen, they could end up with some sort of sneaky Vanguard deployment. And there's a lot of terrain here in addition to the kind of dangerous, guard mode there, I don't want to forget. In addition to all of the very dangerous wooded areas. So the undead player is not going for me. That's good. He's going to go towards Beastmen. And Chaos here, oh god, just tons of Dragon Ogres. Well, that could be fun or not fun. But it's looking like a lot of balanced builds. So what we're going to do here, if no one else wants to do it, we'll come claim this high ground. Let's get up here. And make sure we start cutting off some of this area. And we can plan to get our artillery up here. But, you know, make plans, but then be ready to shift if necessary. 5, there we go. And we'll just tuck our ranged components in here. I feel like to get points, I mean, this is a free-for-all. This is all about points, guys. I feel like the Dragon Ogres are going to go and try and hit the Beastmen in the back. And that's going to give us lots of time to set up our artillery. As slow-moving as our artillery is, they're going to give us all the time we want. And then from this high ground position, we should be able to, and let's switch it up. I didn't like how I did that. Let's switch. Play Claw Catapults up here. And this is going to be a nice little ridge for our Warp Lightning Cannon to shoot from. Let's get those there. Perhaps these guys here. We can cordon off this part of the forest. The big danger right now is us getting to this fight late. Doing my best. Doing my best to commentate and play at the same time. I'm also a little rusty. Feels like forever since I played. But watching the Everchosen tournament got me really hyped to play more and more. We'll get these guys back here. And we may not need these units here. I really feel like the Dragon Ogres are going to go where the points are. And that being the case, you know, let's move up here. Yeah, let's get on top of this ridge. And move forward with our spears, perhaps, here. We can split them up. And then we'll move forward also with our standard clan rats. The slaves we will kind of hold in reserve. I think what we're going to do is we're going to lock formation once we get close and spread out appropriately. Let's get our warlock engineer up. And we're also going to lock, I believe... Nope. We're going to pay attention too. Of course, it kind of goes into us, but these are Skaven slaves. We're not worried about that. And we have the Bone Breaker, so we're going to be excellent. Quick, fast. We've almost got our artillery in range. We're going to be excellent at fighting. Yeah, let's just get in. Let's get in the melee. Let's get all of our boys on this ridge and just start throwing in. We're using some pretty sneaky Skaven tactics here. And now let's cast a Warp Lightning. And we're just going to spam them out. Make sure we're using our buffs here. Grave Guard's not a terrible option for us to be fighting. But we do not want to get ahead of ourselves. The slaves are just here to kind of prop us up. And we honestly don't care who we are attacking. But there we go. Now we've got the Warp Lightning online. We want to be shooting probably at Kolek. And we've almost got... Ooh, let's get him out of there. Verminous Valor, flee, flee. And run, run, run. Another Warp Lightning. In the center there. Get out of there, Bone Breaker. And you know what? We'll move all of our Rat Ogres and get them out as well. The slaves rallied. Let's just bring them as kind of a rear guard. Magic's ready. And you know what? We're going to get over here, and I'm going to take... You know what? I'm going to take one on this side and one on the other. And now let's move forward with our clan rats. Bone Breaker's out. One of our Rat Ogres made it out. The other one is sadly kind of stuck getting beaten. Okay. It's a fun one. Get out of there, Rat Ogres. Alright, clan rats. Nearly in position. Let's get these guys back in their hot groups. Let's get our Rat Ogres back. Alright, there's no one behind us. Yeah, the Beastman player is running. As he should. And we're just going to send some of our clan rats here. And once that Warp Lightning goes off, we're going to bring... Yeah, we're not just going straight in and piling in. We're going to go up and around. Now we're going to bring our Warlock over here. And start casting on this blob. We just need to hold him in position long enough to take advantage of that. We need about 15 seconds is what we need to buy. Yeah, and those Rat Ogres barely made it out. I was keeping an eye on them. Don't think I've forgotten. Okay, just a few seconds. And we're going to leave our artillery where it is for now. But here we go. Overcasted. Let's drop the hammer on these dudes. Are we not in position yet? Oh my god. Oh no, we're wading through our own stuff. Come on. There we go. Check that out. Yes. That is how you do it. So what we need to be very aware of is how dangerous Kolek is as an opponent that can goon you out. Okay. Tell you what we need to do. Let's move up a little bit here. Make sure our bone breaker isn't engaging a bad target. Go bone breaker. Saw that body slam, attempted body slam there. Now let's get out of here. We're out. Peace. Let's bring them there. And just keep engaging. I think that'll hit. I know that it catch our bone breaker? No, get out of there. So what we want our catapults to be firing at is definitely blobbed up infantry. Our rat ogres are still doing their job, but there's no point in risking our little ratty boys back here. Still shooting at Kolek, which I think is our best bet. And just gold chevron dragon ogres is just miserable. Yeah, he's got a gore bull there. Okay, let's wait for them to blob up on us. We've got a lot of ranged. And we're moving here to support, make kind of a secondary position. We've gotten a lot of value from our Skaven slaves this game, and it's kind of crazy. And we'll sit our bone breaker right on top of our spear unit. And we need to get our warlock engaged, because he does have the draining effect. I think I took that. Whenever he's engaged in melee, he does drain. So if these spears crumble, which they may, but they're fighting large targets, so they're not desperate. Okay, we got some rat ogres back too. That's nice. So we've got some guys coming up in the back. Let's go get them. Clan rats. Clan rats rallying. Let's drop some more lightning. Don't know if it'll actually hit anything. Probably not. Oh, we're in second place. We're not doing too bad, and we have a lot left. Looks like our play claw hit us. But that lightning is not ineffective. Now let's run. It's time to get out. Let's peace out, guys. Yeah. And the Razor Gores went in, and they got wrecked by our standing guard. Okay, let's attack Gorebull now with our Warp Lightning Cannon. I guess we'll just keep shooting in. Our poor boy got caught. Our Warlock, that is. Make sure we have guard mode on. I don't know why that's not on. I don't really want to send my bone breaker and stuff over there. I really don't. It's not to our advantage. Let's move forward with. We can shoot those guys. As a matter of fact, let's just attack them. They're not being microed, and we'll send forward. Yeah, they're gonna go for the scraps. You know what? If they want to chase, go ahead. Chase to the farthest corner of the map. Meanwhile, I'll be getting points. And there we go. We're crushing the Gorebull right now. And you know what? This is a pretty cool little spot we found ourselves in. Time to start sniping. And let's pull these guys back. And our slaves now. Let's put them on our artillery. We can put some on our artillery. Just make like a little defensive position. I see him trying to sneak up around our backside. And far and away the most dangerous things left on the battlefield are the Shaggoths. And I don't really want to fight them without infantry support. Let's bring the slaves up. So this is going pretty well considering I'm really rusty and I feel like I'm not used to to playing and talking at the same time. I want to get better at that. I see a lot of other YouTubers do it, and I just want to make sure that I'm keeping up. So fighting in the forest while it's blocking our lightning, it's not great for them. Large units do get a bit of a debuff when they're fighting in the woods. So I'm expecting him to now go after my Bone Breaker as I brought it into melee. He only has to micro like a few units. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we can bring these guys back. They did not chase. But I do need to be watching my flanks because I feel like they're just waiting.
Skaven slaves.
Start shooting there. And we're out of ammo. No, we cannot let Colette come back. So every one of these that runs, we have to go back and we have to chase them. Alright, I think it's time for the Warlord to get in. Oh no, he already came back. Well, looks like we're routing off the Butchers of Kalkangar. They were trying to regen. And since we have almost no ammo left there, man, we still have 30 Winds of Magic. Probably could have brought one more spell, but I was really anticipating being able to spam it a lot. See if we can hit him. No way. No way. We tried though. So he's going to use his Shagas to try and rout us off with Terror. Not a bad strat. No ammo left. So let's drop that. Come on, guys. We really need for our archers and stuff to come through. Or not our archers, our slingers. Man, and Kolek just came in and hit us way too many times. We're not dead, and we have another form of leadership. That was risky, but very Skaven-y. Okay, chase him off. Get him out of here. Rat Ogre's probably the only thing I have that's fast enough to chase them down. We're going to just keep switching up. But yeah, this Beast Lord on a chariot, it's going to be really hard for us to deal with. Yeah, we don't need to chase there. You know what, maybe we do. What else do we have? Just keep throwing everything we have in. I'm pretty sure he has anti-large. He has armor piercing. Yeah, no anti-large, but Star Crushers popped. There go my Rat Ogres, but oh man. We might need to try and reform. I can't believe Kolek is still alive. That totally sucks for us. If this were like a regular battle, they would be gone. But this is not a regular battle. In free-for-alls, the leadership rates are a bit wonky. And you got to keep that in mind. Units that should not come back really often do. Man, I wish we had kept our engineer over here. I thought for sure that with the help of the Rat Ogres, we'd be able to keep him running, but that's not the case. So there goes our Winds of Magic. We still have some Gore Herds left. We're in the lead by quite a large margin, so I'm not discouraged or anything. Don't think that.
Agree, Rick. Eat bite. What?
Alright, the Gore Herds are shattered. I mean, I've faced this like all Shaggoth build and free-for-all so many times. It's a pretty common one. It's fun. You can't hate people for having fun, that's for sure. Sometimes you just want a monster mash. So we have our Gutter Runners with poison. They have poison and melee as well, so they're dragging down their stats. But I have to expect, here comes Kolek.
Skaven, yes, yes.
Alright, we've got him running off. But now we have to rout off.
Attack, attack. Ashen slingers.
The best thing we have going for us right now is that we still have shields. Spears, rather. Man, I was trying to get them in a position so they could be braced for this charge, and I think they were.
You all die.
So they're fighting spears with lots of poison. Some of our crew has come back. We have some clan rats here that have returned. And the Beast Lord is picking us apart, but man. Once the Skaven start running, you won't have little old lust to kick around anymore. Alright, we're out of ammo here. Stick close, that way we're not getting, you know, weird leadership penalties for being surrounded and whatever. So Shattered, and Kolek is Shattered. Yeah, he has one Shaggoth left, and we've nearly broken it. One of our our slingers are starting to get a bit of a chain route. The Shaggoths do cause terror, and we don't have any leadership left. But there we go, wavering. Just took a really huge volley just now. If we can break this, we can chase it, and then all we have to do is fight the Beast Lord. And that, like I said, we're winning pretty handily. The Chaos player is really not the one that's challenging our first place position. There we go, perfect. We need them to leave our slingers alone because their ammunition is probably what's helping our balance of power so heavily. Man, do I really want to chase this? We're not going to be able to catch him. See, I mean, look how fast that was that he came back. That's just crazy. And we need poison. Keep firing there. We have some poison here. We'll send in the slaves and the clan rats and is it the Plague Claw? Yes, Plague Claw artillery. The spears aren't having a terrible time, but they're going to lose ultimately without support. Man, do I have anything left on any other area of the battlefield that I've just forgotten about? I don't think so.
Slingers! Now we all obey! Our tail's yours! Fight, fight.
Man, our one unit with ammunition has routed off. Alright. We can't catch that. What a wild fight. Skaven doing me really proud right now. It's not something you ever get to say. But yeah, we've routed so many times now that our units just have to be shattering. But every shot we get is going to give us some value. Now it's down between the Shaggoth and the Beast Lord. I think we've got this in the bag. There's just no way he's going to get, you know, that much value. And we are going to not engage. They're finally fighting each other instead of fighting me. So let's pull our last 3 units together. And we'll actually make a little hot group here. Let's move forward. Yeah, they're still wavering. We just need to get them together. That should help them. Their flanks will be secured, that sort of thing. But they're exhausted, and they have no leadership. Wow, they're both breaking at like the same time. If we can get in there. That's it. Stop and shoot. We don't need to move forward that much. Just get our spears right in front and have them brace for the charge that we know is coming. And no, we broke them. And we saved it. Awesome. That was a great battle. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My first live free-for-all I think that I've casted on the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. And I won. So that's cool. In honor of the Skaven in the upcoming DLC. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me today. Once again, my name is Brett. Channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you stick around and continue watching more and more videos on my channel. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.